In the gentle wisdom of the Buddha, we find a profound truth. Happiness isn't something we acquire from the outside, but rather a blooming within, nurtured by our thoughts. Have you ever found yourself adrift amidst life's swirling currents, feeling overwhelmed by its demands? Today we'll embark on a journey into the heart of Buddhist wisdom, seeking solace and guidance for navigating these very challenges. Yet let it be known, these insights are not exclusive to any path. They are a tender offering to anyone grappling with the ebb and flow of emotions and life's inevitable undulations. Let us together explore 15 simple yet profound principles inspired by Buddhist teachings. These are not rigid mandates, but rather gentle invitations to cultivate a richer, more harmonious existence to uncover deeper serenity. Whether you find yourself burdened by stress, seeking direction, or simply yearning for a touch of tranquility, these ancient lessons hold a quiet power for all. Come, let us unveil how these timeless truths can usher in a greater sense of peace and a quiet joy, one mindful step at a time. Number 1, embrace the practice of forgiveness. Forgiveness within the Buddhist tradition is a concept of immense depth, woven into the very fabric of interconnectedness and the nature of suffering itself. In Buddhist philosophy, it transcends the mere act of releasing past grievances. It is a transformative journey towards inner liberation, a gentle untangling from the threads of pain. This practice finds its roots in the universal understanding of impermanence, recognizing that clinging to old wounds only deepens our own suffering. The awakened one himself, the Buddha, beautifully illuminated the essence of forgiveness when he said, "Clinging to anger is like grasping a hot ember with the intention of casting it upon another. It is you who shall be scorched." To forgive in the Buddhist sense is to tenderly unburden oneself from the heavy cloak of resentment and anger. It is a quiet recognition that holding on to such discordant emotions primarily harms oneself. It does not necessitate endorsing or erasing the actions of others, but rather making a conscious choice to release the emotional tendrils that bind us to past hurts. A particularly powerful avenue for nurturing forgiveness in Buddhism is through the practice of metta, or loving-kindness meditation. In this gentle contemplation, one extends waves of compassion, kindness, and forgiveness first towards oneself, and then outward to all beings, including those who may have caused pain or distress. Through consistent intention and gentle repetition, this practice softly opens the heart, dissolving the barriers erected by anger and resentment. Furthermore, forgiveness in Buddhism is intimately connected to the understanding of karma, the universal law of cause and effect. To truly grasp karma is to recognize that every intention and action, whether wholesome or unwholesome, bears its own fruit. Holding on to resentment, therefore, only perpetuates a cycle of unskillful karma. By extending forgiveness, individuals can gently break free from this cycle, cultivating fertile ground for greater peace and happiness to blossom in their lives. It is important to acknowledge that the path of forgiveness is not always facile, especially in moments of deep hurt, cases of deep betrayal or trauma. It is a path that calls for patience, a gentle touch of compassion, and sincere self-reflection. Sometimes, forgiveness does not blossom in an instant, but unfolds tenderly over time, as understanding and compassion for oneself and others gradually deepen. Ultimately, embracing forgiveness in Buddhism is a profound act of liberation for the self. By releasing the grip of resentment and welcoming forgiveness, we gently unchain ourselves from the past opening our hearts wide to a greater flow of love, compassion, and joy. As the Buddha wisely taught, hatred never ceases by hatred, but by love alone is healed. This is the ancient and eternal law. Through this practice of forgiveness, individuals can gently break free from the cycle of suffering, cultivating a life that resonates with peace and harmony. Number 2, live with intention. In the gentle flow of Buddhist thought, living with intention means consciously guiding our thoughts, words, and actions towards what truly resonates within us, illuminated by our deepest values and aspirations. It is about bringing our daily choices into harmony with our profound purpose and vision for our lives, rather than simply drifting or being pulled solely by the currents of external circumstances. At the heart of living with intention lies the quiet recognition of impermanence and the preciousness of this human existence. Buddhists understand that life is like a fleeting dewdrop, uncertain in its duration, and thus it is essential to tenderly embrace each moment, living with purpose and mindful awareness. A key aspect of cultivating intentional living is clarifying our values and priorities. This involves a gentle reflection on what truly holds meaning for us, what brings forth a sense of fulfillment, and what we quietly aspire to achieve in our lives. By gaining clarity about these inner compass points, we can make decisions that are in gentle alignment with our deepest longings, leading to a profounder sense of purpose and contentment. Living with intention also calls for setting goals and aspirations that echo the harmony of our values. Instead of merely reacting to life's unfolding or moving through its motions without thought, we actively pursue goals that reflect our truest aspirations and nurture our growth and well-being. This might involve setting specific, gentle, and attainable goals in various aspects of our lives, such as our livelihood, relationships, health, and personal blossoming. Another essential facet of intentional living is the practice of mindfulness in our everyday activities. Mindfulness is about being fully present in each moment, gently aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions without the weight of judgment. By cultivating this mindful awareness, we become more attuned to our inner intentions, allowing us to make conscious choices that are in gentle alignment with our values and aspirations. Living with intention also gracefully asks us to take responsibility for our choices and actions. Instead of placing blame on external circumstances or others for our present state, we gently embrace ownership of our lives, empowering ourselves to lovingly create positive shifts. This involves cultivating a mindset of gentle accountability and enduring resilience, recognizing that we hold the quiet power to shape our journeys through our heartfelt intentions and deliberate actions. Moreover, living with intention lovingly asks us to cultivate gratitude and a deep appreciation for the present moment. Instead of tirelessly striving for future aspirations or dwelling on past regrets, we learn to fully embrace and savor the richness of each unfolding moment, recognizing the inherent beauty and quiet blessings that tenderly surround us. Living with intention in Buddhism is about existing consciously, with purpose, and authentically. It is about gently aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our deepest values and aspirations, and greeting each moment with mindfulness and a grateful heart. By living with intention, we can weave a life that is meaningful, deeply fulfilling, and in gentle harmony with our truest selves. Number 3, cultivate generosity. Generosity, a radiant virtue in Buddhism, finds its profound roots in the principle of boundless compassion. and the intricate web of interconnectedness. It is the practice of offering freely and selflessly without the slightest expectation of return, and it is considered a powerful pathway for nurturing wholesome qualities such as kindness, compassion, and joy. Generosity in Buddhism is not confined to the mere giving of material possessions. It gracefully embraces all forms of giving, including the offering of one's time, undivided attention, unique skills, and even the precious gifts of forgiveness and understanding. It is a gentle opening of the heart, a way of connecting with others on a deep and fundamental level, transcending the perceived boundaries between self and other. One of the central teachings of the Buddhist path is the importance of gently overcoming selfishness and cultivating a vibrant spirit of generosity. The Buddha himself exemplified this virtue, freely offering his profound teachings, his time, and his resources to all who sought his compassionate guidance. He often emphasized the deep joy and liberation that naturally arise from giving, stating, "Generosity brings happiness at every stage of its expression. We experience joy in forming the intention to be generous." Embracing generosity in Buddhism involves cultivating a generous mindset and actively seeking gentle opportunities to offer. This may manifest in acts of quiet charity and thoughtful philanthropy, such as offering support to those in need or volunteering with organizations dedicated to compassionate service. However, generosity is not limited to grand sweeping gestures. Even the smallest acts of kindness and thoughtful giving can ripple outwards, leaving a profound impact on others and bringing a quiet joy to both the giver and the receiver. Moreover, cultivating generosity in Buddhism involves gently overcoming the subtle obstacles of attachment and self-centeredness. It requires releasing the mindset of scarcity and recognizing the abundant flow that truly exists in the world. By nurturing a spirit of open-hearted generosity, individuals can gently break free from the ceaseless cycle of craving and dissatisfaction, and instead experience a deep, abiding sense of fulfillment and contentment. A powerful practice for cultivating generosity in Buddhism is the practice of dana, or giving dana. Dana involves offering freely and generously to support spiritual teachings and the community. It's considered one of the foundational virtues in Buddhism, seen as a gentle way to purify the mind and cultivate wholesome qualities. Additionally, nurturing generosity in Buddhism involves fostering gratitude and appreciation for the kindness of others. By acknowledging the generosity we've received, we can cultivate humility and thankfulness, which in turn gently inspires us to be more generous toward others. Ultimately, cultivating generosity in Buddhism is about fostering a heart brimming with compassion and kindness for all beings. It's a practice that not only benefits others, but also brings a quiet joy, deep fulfillment, and liberation to the giver. Through cultivating generosity, individuals can develop wholesome qualities like compassion, kindness, and joy, and contribute to weaving a more compassionate and harmonious world. Number 4, practice self-reflection. Self-reflection is a cornerstone practice in Buddhism, vital for personal growth, profound insight, and liberation from suffering. It involves turning our gaze inward with honesty and mindfulness, gently examining our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the aim of gaining deeper understanding and wisdom. At the heart of self-reflection in Buddhism lies the quiet recognition of the impermanent and interconnected nature of reality. By directing our attention inward and observing the ever-changing tapestry of our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, we begin to realize the transient and conditioned essence of our existence. This gentle insight helps to loosen the grip of attachment and aversion, leading to greater freedom and liberation from suffering. Self-reflection in Buddhism involves cultivating mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the subtle fluctuations of our mind with clarity and objectivity, gaining insight into the causes and conditions that give rise to our thoughts and emotions. One of the key benefits of self-reflection in Buddhism is the development of self-awareness. By observing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with mindfulness, we become more attuned to the patterns and tendencies of our own mind. This heightened self-awareness allows us to gently recognize unwholesome habits and inclinations that may be contributing to suffering and to lovingly cultivate more positive qualities such as kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Self-reflection in Buddhism also gracefully involves examining our actions and intentions with honesty and integrity. This includes contemplating the ethical implications of our actions and the ripples they create for ourselves and others. By taking responsibility for our actions and their consequences, we can cultivate greater mindfulness and integrity in our interactions with the world. Moreover, self-reflection in Buddhism involves quietly contemplating the nature of the self and the subtle illusion of separateness. By gently investigating the nature of the self with mindfulness and insight, we come to realize that the self is a beautiful construct of the mind, empty of any inherent fixed existence. This profound insight into the emptiness of self leads to a deep shift in perspective, freeing us from an egocentric view of the world and gently opening our hearts to the vibrant interconnectedness of all beings. One powerful practice for cultivating self-reflection in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a sacred space for quiet contemplation and sincere self-inquiry, allowing us to observe the subtle movements of our mind with clarity and insight. Through regular meditation practice, we can tenderly develop the skills of mindfulness and self-awareness, deepening our understanding of ourselves and the very nature of reality. Self-reflection in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater self-awareness, wisdom, and liberation from suffering. By turning our attention inward with mindfulness and insight, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, leading to profound peace, clear insight, and boundless freedom. Number 5. Foster equanimity. Equanimity is a profound concept in Buddhism, referring to a state of inner balance, a quiet calmness, and a gentle non-reactivity in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. It is the serene ability to remain steady and undisturbed by external circumstances, whether they are pleasant or unpleasant, and it is considered a key factor in discovering true happiness and liberation from suffering. At its very core, equanimity in Buddhism is rooted in the understanding of impermanence and the ever-changing nature of reality. By recognizing that all phenomena are transient and subject to change, we begin to understand that clinging to pleasant experiences or resisting unpleasant ones only leads to deeper suffering. Equanimity involves gracefully accepting the natural flow of life with an open and balanced heart, without being swept away by the fluctuations of pleasure and pain. One of the significant benefits of fostering equanimity in Buddhism is the cultivation of deep inner peace and unwavering stability. By developing equanimity, we can remain gently grounded and centered amidst the turbulence of life, maintaining a sense of calm and clarity even when challenging situations arise. This inner peace allows us to respond to life's difficulties with wisdom and compassion, rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or aversion. Cultivating equanimity in Buddhism involves nurturing mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the gentle arising and passing away of thoughts and emotions with clarity and objectivity, without becoming entangled in them. This mindful awareness helps to create a spaciousness between stimulus and response, allowing us to meet life's challenges with greater wisdom and skillful ease. Another important aspect of fostering equanimity in Buddhism is the cultivation of acceptance and non-attachment. Equanimity involves embracing things as they are without grasping for what we desire or pushing away what we dislike. By gently letting go of our attachment to outcomes and preferences, we can free ourselves from the subtle tyranny of desire and aversion, finding a quiet peace amidst life's inherent uncertainties. Moreover, fostering equanimity in Buddhism involves nurturing a deep sense of interconnectedness and compassion for all beings. By recognizing the common humanity that gently unites us all, we can develop a profound sense of empathy and compassion for others regardless of their circumstances. This sense of interconnectedness helps to softly dissolve the barriers between self and other, leading to greater harmony and unity in the world. One powerful practice for cultivating equanimity in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a serene space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to cultivate a sense of calm and unwavering equanimity even when life feels challenging. Through regular meditation practice, we can lovingly train the mind to remain steady and balanced even in the face of adversity. Fostering equanimity in Buddhism is a transformative practice that brings forth profound peace, clear insight, and boundless freedom. By cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, and compassion, we can develop a deep sense of inner balance and stability, enabling us to navigate life's currents with grace and wisdom. Number 6, cultivate patience. Patience is a virtue highly regarded in Buddhism, seen as an essential quality on the path to awakening and liberation from suffering. It is the ability to remain calm, composed, and tolerant when faced with difficulties, delays, or provocation without becoming agitated or reactive. At its heart, cultivating patience in Buddhism is rooted in the understanding of impermanence and the law of karma. Buddhists believe that all things are transient and subject to change, and that every action creates consequences. By recognizing the impermanent nature of reality and the intricate interplay of causes and conditions, we can cultivate patience as we navigate life's inevitable challenges and setbacks. One of the key benefits of cultivating patience in Buddhism is the development of inner peace and resilience. Patience allows us to remain steady and composed amidst life's ups and downs, maintaining a sense of calm and equanimity, even when facing adversity. This inner peace provides a solid foundation for responding to difficulties with wisdom and compassion, rather than reacting impulsively out of frustration or anger. Cultivating patience in Buddhism involves nurturing mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the gentle arising and passing away of impatience and frustration with clarity and objectivity without being swept away by them. This mindful awareness helps to create a spaciousness between stimulus and response, allowing us to meet life's challenges with greater wisdom and skillful ease. Another important aspect of cultivating patience in Buddhism is the development of acceptance and non-attachment. Patience involves embracing things as they are without clinging to desires or expectations for how things should be. By gently letting go of our attachment to specific outcomes and preferences, we can free ourselves from the suffering often caused by craving and aversion, finding a quiet peace amidst life's inherent uncertainties. Moreover, cultivating patience in Buddhism involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and nurturing compassion for others. By understanding that everyone is on their own unique journey, facing their own challenges and struggles, we can develop a gentle empathy and understanding for others, even when they may test our patience. This sense of interconnectedness helps to softly dissolve the barriers between self and other, leading to greater harmony and compassion in our relationships. One powerful practice for cultivating patience in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a serene space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to cultivate a sense of calm and patience even when life feels challenging. Through regular meditation practice, we can lovingly train the mind to remain steady and patient, even in the face of adversity. Cultivating patience in Buddhism is a transformative practice that brings forth profound peace, clear insight, and boundless freedom. By cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, and compassion, we can develop a deep sense of inner peace and resilience, enabling us to navigate life's currents with grace and wisdom. Number 7, letting go of ego. Letting go of ego is a central teaching in Buddhism, emphasizing the profound importance of transcending the illusion of a fixed and separate self. In Buddhist thought, the ego is viewed as the root cause of much suffering, as it often leads to attachment aversion and a distorted perception of reality. At its very core, letting go of ego in Buddhism involves recognizing the impermanent and interconnected nature of all phenomena. The Buddha taught that the self is not a fixed and permanent entity, but rather a beautiful construct of the mind empty of any inherent independent existence. By gently letting go of our attachment to this perceived self, we can free ourselves from the cycle of craving and aversion and experience true freedom and deep liberation. One of the key benefits of letting go of ego in Buddhism is the cultivation of humility and openness. Ego often leads to a subtle sense of pride, arrogance, and self-importance, which can create barriers to genuine connection and understanding with others. By gently letting go of ego, we can cultivate a sense of humility and a receptive openness, allowing us to connect more deeply with others and to perceive beyond the limitations of our own individual perspective. Letting go of ego in Buddhism also gracefully involves cultivating self-awareness and introspection. By examining our thoughts, feelings, and actions with mindfulness and honesty, we can become keenly aware of the ways in which the ego manifests in our lives. This gentle self-awareness allows us to recognize the ego's subtle influence and to gradually release its grip, leading to greater clarity and insight. Moreover, letting go of ego in Buddhism calls for nurturing compassion and empathy for others. By recognizing the profound interconnectedness of all beings and the shared human experience of suffering, we can develop a deep empathy and understanding for others, even those who may challenge or seemingly threaten our sense of self. This sense of interconnectedness helps to softly dissolve the barriers created by ego and to foster greater harmony and compassion in our relationships. One powerful practice for gently letting go of ego in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a sacred space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to observe the subtle movements of the mind with clarity and objectivity. Through meditation, we can cultivate a sense of detachment from the ego's persistent influence, allowing us to experience a deeper sense of peace and liberation. Letting go of ego in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater freedom, boundless compassion, and profound insight. By recognizing the impermanent and interconnected nature of all phenomena, we can gently release our attachment to the self and experience true liberation from suffering. Through mindfulness, self-awareness, and compassion, we can cultivate a sense of humility and openness, allowing us to connect more deeply with others and to live with greater wisdom and boundless compassion. Number 8. Embrace change. Embracing change is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism, reflecting the deep understanding of impermanence as a natural and inevitable aspect of all existence. In Buddhist philosophy, change is not something to be feared or resisted, but rather to be welcomed as a tender opportunity for growth, profound transformation, and liberation from suffering. At its very core, embracing change in Buddhism involves recognizing the impermanent nature of all phenomena. The Buddha taught that everything in the world is subject to change, including our thoughts, emotions, physical bodies, and the world that surrounds us. By gently embracing change, we can cultivate a gentle sense of acceptance and equanimity, allowing us to flow with the ever-changing currents of life rather than resisting or clinging to them. One of the key benefits of embracing change in Buddhism is the cultivation of resilience and adaptability. Change is an inherent part of life, and learning to gracefully adapt allows us to navigate its challenges with greater ease and poise. By embracing change, we can lovingly develop the resilience to gently bounce back from setbacks and the flexibility to adjust our course as needed, leading to greater peace and well-being. Embracing change in Buddhism also involves letting go of attachment to fixed ideas, expectations, and outcomes. The Buddha taught that attachment is a profound root cause of suffering, as it often leads to craving aversion and dissatisfaction. By gently letting go of our attachment to how things should be, we can open ourselves to the boundless possibilities of the present moment and discover joy and contentment even amidst the currents of change. Moreover, embracing change in Buddhism calls for nurturing mindfulness and presence in the moment. By being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, we can experience each moment as it arises without being caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. Mindfulness allows us to embrace change with an open heart and a clear mind, enabling us to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and compassion. One powerful practice for embracing change in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a sacred space for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing us to cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance in the midst of change. Through meditation, we can gently develop the skills to observe the impermanent nature of our thoughts and emotions and to release our attachment to fixed ideas and identities. In essence, embracing change in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater freedom, profound resilience, and lasting peace of mind. By recognizing the impermanent nature of all phenomena and learning to adapt to life's ever-changing circumstances, we can cultivate a sense of acceptance, equanimity, and joy, allowing us to live with greater ease and grace. Number 9, seek wisdom. Seeking wisdom is a core principle in Buddhism, reflecting the deep belief in the transformative power of knowledge and understanding. In Buddhist thought, wisdom is not merely intellectual knowledge, but rather a profound insight into the very nature of reality and the underlying causes of suffering and liberation. At its heart, seeking wisdom in Buddhism involves a heartfelt commitment to learning and sincere self-inquiry. The Buddha himself emphasized the profound importance of seeking wisdom, stating, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened." This timeless statement gently underscores the importance of both external knowledge and profound self-awareness in the gentle pursuit of wisdom. One of the key benefits of seeking wisdom in Buddhism is the cultivation of understanding and profound insight. Wisdom allows us to see beyond the surface of things, to discern the deeper truths that lie beneath. By seeking wisdom, we can gain insight into the causes of suffering and the path to liberation, leading to greater clarity, peace, and well-being. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism also involves cultivating an open and curious mind. The Buddha gently encouraged his followers to question, investigate, and inquire deeply into the nature of reality and the profound teachings of Buddhism. By approaching life with an open heart and a spirit of inquiry, we can uncover hidden truths and expand our understanding of the world around us. Moreover, seeking wisdom in Buddhism involves studying the teachings of the Buddha and other wise teachers. The Buddhist scriptures hold a wealth of timeless wisdom, including the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, and the teachings on impermanence, suffering, and non-self. By studying these teachings with sincerity and diligent attention, we can deepen our understanding of the nature of reality and the path to liberation. One powerful practice for seeking wisdom in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a sacred space for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing us to connect with our inner wisdom and insight. Through meditation, we can develop the clarity of mind and depth of understanding necessary to see things as they truly are and to cultivate wisdom in our lives. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater understanding, profound insight, and liberation. By approaching life with an open mind and a spirit of inquiry, diligently studying the teachings of the Buddha, and cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness through meditation, we can uncover hidden truths, transcend ignorance, and experience greater peace, clarity, and boundless freedom. Number 10, seek wisdom. Seeking wisdom is a fundamental pursuit in Buddhism, embodying the earnest quest for deeper understanding and insight into the nature of existence and the human experience. It involves a deliberate and sincere effort to acquire knowledge, gain profound insight, and cultivate clear discernment in order to navigate life's intricate complexities with clarity and true wisdom. At its very essence, seeking wisdom in Buddhism is grounded in the recognition that genuine understanding gently leads to liberation from suffering. The teachings of the Buddha consistently emphasize the importance of cultivating wisdom as a means to transcend ignorance and delusion, which are seen as the deep-seated root causes of human suffering. One of the key aspects of seeking wisdom in Buddhism is the cultivation of an open and inquisitive mind. It involves gently questioning assumptions, thoughtfully challenging established beliefs, and exploring the nature of reality with sincere curiosity and gentle humility. By approaching life with a spirit of earnest inquiry, individuals can uncover deeper truths and broaden their perspectives, leading to greater wisdom and understanding. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism also entails studying and contemplating the teachings of the Buddha and other wise beings. The Buddhist scriptures hold a vast repository of profound teachings on topics such as impermanence, suffering karma, and the path to liberation. By engaging with these teachings through sincere study, quiet reflection, and mindful meditation, individuals can deepen their understanding of the nature of reality and the human condition. Moreover, seeking wisdom involves cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of one's thoughts, feelings, and sensations, allows individuals to observe their inner workings with clarity and objectivity. Through mindfulness, individuals can gain insight into the subtle workings of their minds, gently uncovering habitual patterns of thought and behavior that may contribute to suffering. One powerful practice for seeking wisdom in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a sacred platform for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing individuals to connect with their inner wisdom and intuitive insight. By cultivating a regular meditation practice, individuals can develop mental clarity, emotional stability, and spiritual insight, leading to greater wisdom and profound understanding. Seeking wisdom in Buddhism is a lifelong journey of discovery and self-discovery. It involves cultivating an open mind, diligently studying the teachings of the Buddha, practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, and engaging in contemplative practices such as meditation. Through these gentle practices, individuals can deepen their understanding of themselves and the world around them, leading to greater clarity, boundless compassion, and profound wisdom in their lives. Number 11. Practice detachment. In Buddhism, detachment is a fundamental concept that involves gently letting go of our clinging to desires, possessions, and specific outcomes. It is the practice of cultivating a mindset of non-attachment, where one remains largely unaffected by the fluctuations of the external world and discovers inner peace and freedom from suffering. At its core, practicing detachment in Buddhism is rooted in the recognition of the impermanent nature of all things. The Buddha taught that our attachment to transient phenomena inevitably leads to suffering, as it creates a subtle sense of craving, clinging, and persistent dissatisfaction. By gently letting go of attachment and embracing the impermanent nature of reality, individuals can find liberation from suffering and experience greater peace and quiet contentment. One of the key benefits of practicing detachment in Buddhism is the cultivation of deep inner peace and equanimity. Detachment allows individuals to gently release the grip of desire and aversion, freeing them from the emotional roller coaster that often arises from clinging to specific outcomes. By cultivating a mindset of non-attachment, individuals can remain steady and composed amidst life's challenges and uncertainties, experiencing a deeper sense of calm and stability. Practicing detachment in Buddhism also involves letting go of identification with the ego, or the subtle sense of a separate self. The Buddha taught that the belief in a fixed and separate self is an illusion that leads to suffering. By gently relinquishing attachment to the ego and recognizing the profound interconnectedness of all beings, individuals can transcend the narrow confines of self-interest and experience a beautiful sense of oneness with the world. Moreover, practicing detachment involves cultivating Gautam mindfulness and awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Mindfulness allows individuals to observe their inner workings with clarity and objectivity, helping them to recognize the patterns of attachment and craving that contribute to suffering. Through mindfulness practice, individuals can develop the capacity to gently let go of attachment in the present moment and discover peace and contentment in the here and now. One powerful practice for cultivating detachment in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a sacred space for quiet reflection and inner exploration, allowing individuals to observe the subtle fluctuations of the mind and cultivate a sense of detachment from the ceaseless stream of thoughts and emotions. By practicing meditation regularly, individuals can develop greater clarity, profound insight, and equanimity, leading to a deeper understanding of the nature of attachment and the path to liberation. Practicing detachment in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, boundless freedom, and lasting happiness. By gently letting go of attachment to desires, possessions, and outcomes, individuals can experience a profound sense of inner peace and contentment, independent of external circumstances. Through mindfulness, awareness, and meditation, individuals can cultivate a mindset of non-attachment and find liberation from suffering in the present moment. Number 12. Cultivate joy. Cultivating joy is a central aspect of Buddhist practice, reflecting the belief that true happiness blossoms from within and can be nurtured through intentional effort and mindful awareness. In Buddhism, joy is not merely an ephemeral feeling dependent on external circumstances, but a deep-seated sense of contentment and well-being that arises from cultivating wholesome qualities of mind and heart. At its very core, cultivating joy in Buddhism involves training the mind to gently focus on positive experiences and qualities rather than dwelling on negativity or discontent. The Buddha taught that joy arises from wholesome states of mind, such as generosity, gratitude, compassion, and loving kindness. By intentionally nurturing these qualities, individuals can create the gentle conditions for joy to naturally blossom in their lives. One of the key benefits of cultivating joy in Buddhism is the development of deep inner peace and enduring well-being. Joy springs forth from a mind that is free from craving, aversion, and delusion, and is characterized by a profound sense of contentment and fulfillment. By cultivating joy, individuals can discover happiness and deep satisfaction in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. Cultivating joy in Buddhism also involves practicing mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness allows individuals to become fully present and intimately aware of the beauty and richness of each passing moment, fostering a deep sense of appreciation for the simple, quiet pleasures of life. By practicing gratitude, individuals can nurture a mindset of appreciation and abundance, recognizing the countless blessings and opportunities that gracefully abound in their lives. Moreover, cultivating joy involves gently letting go of attachment to desires and outcomes. The Buddha taught that craving and attachment are the deep-seated root causes of suffering, leading to dissatisfaction and discontent. By gently letting go of attachment and cultivating contentment with what is, individuals can experience a profound sense of joy and fulfillment in the present moment. One powerful practice for cultivating joy in Buddhism is the practice of loving kindness meditation, metta. In this practice, individuals cultivate feelings of warmth, kindness, and goodwill towards themselves and others, generating a sense of joy and well-being that radiates outward. By cultivating loving kindness, individuals can dissolve barriers of separation and connect more deeply with others, leading to greater happiness and fulfillment. Cultivating joy in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater happiness, profound peace, and enduring well-being. By training the mind to gently focus on positive qualities and experiences, practicing mindfulness and gratitude, and letting go of attachment to desires and outcomes, individuals can cultivate a deep sense of joy and contentment that transcends the ups and downs of life. Through intentional effort and mindfulness, individuals can experience the true happiness that arises from within and find profound fulfillment in the present moment. Number 13, develop compassion. Developing compassion is a central pillar of Buddhist teachings, embodying the heartfelt aspiration to alleviate suffering and promote the well-being of all beings. In Buddhism, compassion is not merely a sentiment or a fleeting feeling, but an active quality of the heart that arises from a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all life. At its core, developing compassion in Buddhism involves cultivating a genuine concern for the well-being and happiness of all others. The Buddha taught that every being yearns for happiness and seeks to avoid suffering, and that nurturing compassion is a gentle way to fulfill this universal aspiration. By recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of all beings, individuals can cultivate compassion as a guiding principle in their thoughts, their spoken words, and their actions. One of the key benefits of developing compassion in Buddhism is the cultivation of deep inner peace and a quiet happiness. Compassion blossoms from a heart that is open, kind, and inclusive, and is characterized by a sense of warmth, profound empathy, and goodwill radiating towards all beings. By nurturing compassion, individuals can discover fulfillment and deep satisfaction in their relationships and contribute to the gentle creation of a more harmonious and compassionate world. Developing compassion in Buddhism also involves practicing loving-kindness meditation, metta. In this practice, individuals cultivate feelings of loving-kindness, compassion, and goodwill towards themselves and others, generating a sense of connection and well-being that extends universally. By cultivating loving-kindness, individuals can softly dissolve barriers of separation and develop a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others. Moreover, developing compassion involves gently letting go of self-centeredness and cultivating a profound sense of interconnectedness with all beings. The Buddha taught that the belief in a fixed and separate self is an illusion that leads to suffering, and that true happiness arises from recognizing the intricate interconnectedness of all life. By releasing self-centeredness and embracing this sense of interconnectedness, individuals can develop a genuine concern for the welfare of others and actively work towards the alleviation of suffering in the world. One powerful practice for developing compassion in Buddhism is the practice of Tonglen meditation. In this practice, individuals cultivate compassion by visualizing taking on the suffering of others, and in return, sending them love, healing, and profound compassion. By regularly practicing Tonglen meditation, individuals can develop a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others, and cultivate a genuine desire to alleviate the suffering of all beings. Developing compassion in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater happiness, peace, and well-being. By cultivating a genuine concern for the welfare of others, practicing loving-kindness meditation, gently letting go of self-centeredness, and engaging in Tonglen meditation, individuals can develop a heart that is open, kind, and inclusive, and contribute to the creation of a more compassionate and harmonious world. Number 14. Embrace impermanence. Embracing impermanence is a fundamental teaching in Buddhism, gently emphasizing the understanding that all things are subject to change and transience. In Buddhism, impermanence is not viewed as a source of fear or anxiety, but rather as a natural and essential aspect of life that can gently lead to greater wisdom, boundless freedom, and a profound appreciation for the present moment. At its very core, embracing impermanence in Buddhism involves recognizing the ever-changing nature of reality. The Buddha taught that all phenomena, including our thoughts, emotions, physical bodies, and the world that surrounds us, are in a constant state of gentle flux. By acknowledging and accepting the impermanent nature of all things, individuals can release the tight grip of attachment and aversion and find greater peace and quiet contentment in the present moment. One of the key benefits of embracing impermanence in Buddhism is the cultivation of resilience and adaptability. Impermanence teaches us that nothing truly lasts forever, and that change is an inherent beautiful part of life. By embracing impermanence, individuals can gently develop the resilience to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and grace, and the flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances with wisdom and profound equanimity. Embracing impermanence in Buddhism also involves letting go of attachment to fixed ideas, expectations, and desired outcomes. The Buddha taught that attachment to the illusion of permanence leads to suffering, as it creates a subtle sense of craving, clinging, and persistent dissatisfaction. By gently letting go of attachment and embracing the natural flow of life, individuals can experience a deeper sense of freedom and liberation from suffering. Moreover, embracing impermanence involves cultivating mindfulness and presence in the moment. Mindfulness allows individuals to become fully present and intimately aware of the ever-changing nature of their thoughts, feelings, and sensations. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can develop a deep appreciation for the richness and beauty of each fleeting moment, and discover joy and contentment in the unfolding of life exactly as it is. One powerful practice for embracing impermanence in Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness meditation. In this practice, individuals cultivate awareness of the present moment by gently focusing their attention on their breath, bodily sensations, or the simple sensations of walking. By practicing mindfulness meditation, individuals can develop the capacity to gently let go of attachment to past regrets or future worries, and find peace and contentment in the here and now. Embracing impermanence in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, boundless freedom, and lasting happiness. By acknowledging and accepting the ever-changing nature of reality, individuals can release the grip of attachment and aversion and find greater joy and quiet contentment in the present moment. Through mindfulness, presence, and acceptance, individuals can embrace impermanence as a source of wisdom and liberation, and live with greater ease and grace. Number 15. Cultivating gratitude. Cultivating gratitude is a profound practice in Buddhism, fostering a mindset of deep appreciation and thankfulness for the countless blessings that grace our lives, both vast and subtle. In Buddhist thought, gratitude is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a transformative attitude that can gently lead to greater happiness, profound contentment, and spiritual blossoming. At its very core, cultivating gratitude in Buddhism involves truly recognizing and acknowledging the abundance of goodness that is present in our lives. The Buddha taught that even amidst life's challenges and difficulties, there are boundless reasons to be grateful, from the precious gift of life itself to the kindness extended by others and the serene beauty of the natural world. By nurturing gratitude, individuals can gently shift their focus from what may seem lacking to what is richly present, leading to deeper joy and fulfillment. One of the key benefits of cultivating gratitude in Buddhism is the development of deep inner peace and a quiet happiness. Gratitude blossoms from a heart that is open, kind, and truly appreciative, and is characterized by a profound sense of contentment and well-being. By embracing gratitude, individuals can discover joy and lasting satisfaction in the simple, quiet pleasures of life, and develop a deep sense of appreciation for the richness and inherent beauty of each unfolding moment. Cultivating gratitude in Buddhism also involves gently letting go of the tendency to compare oneself to others or to dwell on past regrets or future worries. The Buddha taught that comparing oneself to others often leads to envy and discontent, while dwelling on past regrets or future anxieties leads to suffering. By nurturing gratitude, individuals can release these unskillful habits of mind and discover peace and quiet contentment in the present moment. Moreover, cultivating gratitude involves practicing mindfulness and presence in the moment. Mindfulness allows individuals to become fully present and intimately aware of the goodness that surrounds them, from the gentle warmth of the sun on their skin to the joyful laughter of loved ones. By practicing mindfulness, individuals can develop a deep appreciation for the richness and inherent beauty of each moment, and find joy and contentment in the simple pleasures of life. One powerful practice for cultivating gratitude in Buddhism is the practice of gratitude meditation. In this gentle practice, individuals cultivate feelings of gratitude by reflecting on the countless blessings in their lives and sincerely expressing thanks for them. By practicing gratitude meditation regularly, individuals can develop a deep sense of appreciation for the abundance of goodness in their lives and experience greater peace, profound happiness, and lasting fulfillment. Cultivating gratitude in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, happiness, and well-being. By cultivating a mindset of deep appreciation and thankfulness, gently letting go of the harmful habits of comparison and rumination, practicing mindfulness and presence in the moment, and expressing heartfelt thanks through gratitude meditation, individuals can nurture a profound sense of gratitude that permeates every aspect of their lives, leading to greater joy, quiet contentment, and spiritual blossoming. In the gentle unfolding of our lives, the profound wisdom of Buddhist teachings offers us invaluable guidance, showing us how to navigate life's intricate complexities with grace and clear insight. Whether it is embracing the natural flow of impermanence, nurturing a heart of gratitude, or cultivating mindful presence, these timeless principles provide a gentle roadmap to deeper peace, lasting happiness, and true liberation from suffering. By thoughtfully integrating these teachings into our daily lives, we can awaken to the profound beauty and inherent richness of each passing moment, embarking on a path of deep transformation and genuine fulfillment. So let us lovingly embrace these teachings with an open heart and a curious mind. For in doing so, we gently unlock the keys to a life abundant with profound wisdom, boundless compassion, and quiet joy. If these reflections resonate with your spirit, we invite you to subscribe to Wisdom Diaries and journey with us towards a life illuminated by profound insight and deep joy. Join our community of seekers, all committed to living with wisdom and profound fulfillment.